eye, in my eyes, yes. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you not talking about the fireworks.
No, hey, no problem. Well, they were born on that. And we're born on Levi's.
That'd be good. Good Baptist, get on that front. All right. Are you set? Good.
Let's say.
I'm good. How are you? Marshall.
Yeah.
Can you come here just a second?
Yes.
We just got in the sewer, the agreement with Parkland Water District regarding, billing on our sewer too. And, if you want to take a quick look at it, it's gonna be on the agenda. It's
On the agenda.
Yeah, along the lines.
We'll vote for something in red.
I know.
Huh?
We just need to get the signatures. Let's just go ahead and sign it. I'll get it to Jenny or to Dennis, and get them to sign it. So we'll file it together.
The auditors are wanting a letter.
Okay.
So I got
I gotta go from Matt.
This is the one that I did.
Okay.
So you can write on this.
Great.
This is just a copy of this.
Which is just the same. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we haven't even moved here. We gotta add. Yeah. And this one's not this. I'll talk to you. Here we go. Thank you.
He's busy, but he's still. So now we're listening to this. Oh, okay. Last Thursday, I guess. Oh, really? He's down in apparently, refrigerator.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Mostly in I'm not. We have Mary's done a summary.
Okay.
And
Yes. Welcome to the November 16th meeting of the Elizabethtown City Council. And Mr. Tab will open, please.
Thank you. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another day. Thank you for our many blessings. Thank you for blessing our city. Dear Lord, please bless our mayor, this council. Help us in all the decisions we make. Bless our police, our fire, our first responders, and our military. Bless all our employees. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Bobby. Do we have any scouts? Okay, would you join us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's a good-looking crowd tonight.
I know, that's what
You're welcome. Okay, the first order of business is the approval of the minutes from the November the 2nd meeting. Have you all had a chance to look at that?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
We have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, really, really important things. We have some Christmas in the Park poster winners. Right, Billy Pate? Great.
That's my cue, right? Well, I've been doing this 15 years. You think I would know? Well, looks like we got a pretty packed house. I want to say good afternoon, and I want to thank you all for taking these precious few minutes out of the city council meeting for us to announce the poster contest winners for Christmas in the Park this year. We had another great turnout. Last year, I believe we had 194. This year was 179, so we're down a little bit, but still well above 100, which for a few years before that, we've kind of been dwindling around that mark. But the addition of the North Hardin Christian School, we've started inviting them to that a couple years ago, and they've really helped boost our numbers. So I want to give a shout out to Heather Mayday there. The participation of our students is very good. So let's see. There are a couple of groups I want to thank before we proceed. One is the sponsoring banks. Without their participation, we wouldn't have the $50 gift card or savings account to give them. The other is the Central Kentucky Art Guild. Those ladies come in on their own time just last week and went through all 179 posters and somehow picked out a winner for each age group and grade. Let's see.
Isn't it unbelievable that it's been a year?
Yes, it feels like 3 months, maybe
Yeah.
max. So,
They were just here. It's just
Seems like.
so, and actually, we do have a returning winner again this year. So,
we did last year.
yeah, we had one young lady that won like 4 years in a row, and
You're not
The-
using the same poster every year.
no, the competition must be getting higher at the higher levels because she won the first 4, but the last 2 she's been beat out. So,
Do they
knows?
know about the ice skating rink?
what ice skating ring? There's an ice skating ring?
Do they, I mean, I'm just curious if it's in any of their posters.
I don't remember an
Let's
ice
see.
skating rink. You'll get to see them. I think there was maybe in some of them, but I don't think any of the winners do, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So,
No.
all right, let's start off. 2015 poster contest winners for Christmas in the Park. Starting off is Piper Lawson from GC Burkhead. She's our kindergarten winner, and she is being escorted out today with Kim Douglas from First Citizens Bank.
Wow. Beautiful.
Our first grade winner from Creekside, she's our returning winner. She was our kindergarten winner last year, Amber Lewis. And she's with Vicki Hilton from Your Community Bank.
Beautiful.
Our second grade winner is Julia Hobbs. She's from St. James School. And she is being escorted out by Alicia Lanford. Third grade winner is Julia Eccles. She is from Morningside Elementary, and she is being escorted by Jackie Mather from Kentucky Neighborhood Bank. I'm sorry, Alicia Lanford is from the Sicilian Bank. Fourth grade winner is Peyton Isom, and she's from GC Burkhead Elementary. And
Oh, my
she's
goodness.
being escorted out tonight by Michael Bateman from Fort Knox Federal Credit Union. And our fifth grade winner is Emma Musgrave. She is also from Morningside Elementary, and she is being escorted by Val Claycomb with Republic Bank and Trust.
Can we come around and do it?
Yes, and we actually, it was the last couple of years we've been doing honorable mentions. So while y'all are looking, I'm going to announce the honorable mentions. Kindergarten honorable mention was Maria Miller. She's from North Park Elementary. And Piper has a brother named Rayan, and he was an honorable mention for first grade. And he's also with GC Burkhead. He's sitting right here in the audience.
Hey.
Uh, Third grade, third grade honorable mention is Kenyon Ballard from GC Burkhead. Fourth grade honorable mention was Emery Jones from GC Burkhead. And our fifth grade honorable mention was Layla Munir, also from GC Burkhead. So I don't know if y'all kind of noticed the trend there. We've got 2 winners and 4 honorable mentions from GC Burkhead. It sounds like our teachers working with them really well. So want to thank them for all their participation.
Ron wants to know if he can have that at his house. She draws much better than him.
Thank you all so much.
All right, if I could get all the banks and the poster contest winners, bank representatives and poster contest winners to meet me out in the lobby. I've got some information to give to the poster contest winners about our premiere viewing. They will get to ride in a limousine this year, compliments of Skaggs limousine service. So Mayor, I hope you'll be there because they're looking forward to you being there. So yeah, we can just reverse the process. We'll come out this way. Well, either way works.
Good job.
All right. And as always, y'all are welcome to stay after I talk to you, but most people leave. Thank you all.
They were excellent.
Very good.
They were excellent.
I believe everybody was here for the.
Lonely at the top.
Not much of a show, is it?
Well, children always earn a big audience.
Yes.
Yeah, their
Rightfully
ratings are
so.
much higher than ours.
And rightly so.
Well, Marty Fulkerson wants to talk about the Tourism and Convention Bureau. You
Just want to give the update for him real
All
quick.
right, you want to go to?
No, I'll do it from here if that's okay, Mayor. We just finished up this past weekend a football tournament out at the sports park. It was very successful. We have one more that was scheduled for the weekend of Thanksgiving, and that'll kind of complete our season for 2015 with some smaller events scheduled for the synthetic turf field there. Special thanks to Seth and his staff. Outstanding year at the sports park, and you guys have done a fabulous job keeping it in shape and getting these tournaments in, and look forward to 2016. A lot of those events are already scheduled. You can check that out on the sports park website. Tourism Convention Bureau was proud to sponsor and partner with Hardin County History Museum for their premiere of the Lincoln in Kentucky world premiere of their movie and also their gala. When all the paperwork's turned in and proper documentation, they'll be giving them a check of $3,000 to help with those expenses. Tourism building continues to be used. We had 13 events, 243 guests out there. And as always, tourism appreciates the city and the council support of tourism.
Thank you, Marty. And while you're on that subject, the Lincoln Gala and movie were great. Yeah, that was really, really good. And we had a successful second Saturday event. Downtown was full all weekend, so that was great. And now, Miss Emily, you want to talk about the State Theater?
Where the gala was held, it was very, very nice evening. Had a very busy weekend myself between the Lincoln event, sold out Shenandoah concert on Saturday, and then we also had a rental last night with a church group that rented for a concert last night as well. So I have not rested yet, to say the least. I'm pretty tired. But yes, as I mentioned, Shenandoah was a sellout. I'm very excited. That was 2 sellouts in 1 year, which is a first for me. So I was pretty excited about that. We had 600 in total attendance, and probably one of my top 3 concerts I've ever had so far. So, also want to note that today was the day the Kentucky Headhunters, along with the Artemis Pyle Band, those tickets went on sale this morning. And so we've already had lots of phone calls and website sales and all of that. So that show is on January the 16th. So don't wait too long if you want to come see that one. Also this weekend, Marilyn Monroe will star in the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. This is the one where she wears the pink dress, you know, that we all know and love. If you remember, our Marilyn Monroe contest winner that won for Cruising the Heartland this year portrayed that particular Marilyn outfit. And then of course, December, it's going to get real busy. So we have our annual Christmas film series, of course, and also Exile will be performing a concert on Friday, December the 4th. And our Mayberry Christmas show featuring the Dillards is on Friday, December the 18th. Also giving you all some new brochures there. And also to end the year, we're going to have a New Year's Eve party this year. Woo! So we're very excited. Of course, we just purchased a dance floor, so it's going to be the main feature, of course. We're going to have food in all 4 corners of the room. It's going to be changed. You know, we're going to keep it fresh every hour. Also going to bring out a donut bar at 11 o'clock, and we're going to project the ball drop at Times Square on the projection screen. And we're also going to have a special food surprise at midnight that I'm just going to leave you guessing a little bit on that one, but it's going to be exciting. So it's on a Thursday this year, New Year's Eve is, so. All right, any questions?
I have one question.
Sure.
I was just wondering, if Shenandoah was one of your top 3 concerts, I just wonder if they were also one of your first or second concerts. Because they've been here before.
No.
Oh, they had not been
No,
here.
first time. Yeah, Street Corner Symphony is probably right up there in my top 3. I don't know, I've had so many good ones. Honestly, Pam Tillis is right up there too. She was one of my favorites.
I expect Exile will be and Kentucky Headhunters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Exile, December, and then Headhunters. And then if you're not familiar with Artemis Pyle, I've probably said this before, but Artemis Pyle is the original drummer who survived the plane crash with Ronnie Van Zant and Leonard Skinner. So he comes out with his band. This is the first time I've ever had a drummer be the front and center person for a band. So the Headhunters will do a 45-minute set. Then the Artemis Pyle Band will come and do a 45-minute set. So it's equal time. And then they will finish the show by doing Freebird together, which is kind of unique.
Now follow up to the movie of Elizabethtown, which is what, the 10-year anniversary?
October was the 10-year anniversary, yes.
Will somebody come flying down on fire? Are you doing that?
I don't know. I think we'll have enough excitement all on their own. I don't know if we have to generate anymore.
I bet the Lincoln documentary movie Friday night mentioned Elizabethtown more times than the movie Elizabethtown.
Probably
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
It's probably very accurate,
Yeah, it's
actually.
probably better too.
Yeah.
it really was a good documentary. It really was very
does a good job.
informative.
Yeah, it was good. It was all very nice evening. So, anything else?
How about update on sound system acoustic panels?
Okay, yes, we are expected, I've talked to the installation guy. I think they're going to come probably later this week, next week. They're going to start doing some things that you're not going to see on the outside. So they're going to start running some cables. They're also going to bring some steel structure because that's what has to go up in the attic in order for the speakers to be suspended from. So they're going to start kind of that behind the scenes work in the next couple of weeks. We can expect some visual work to be done the first part of January when they're going to start hanging sound panels and the curtains probably will come the first part of February. So that's the stuff that we're going to see, you're actually going to see. It's not hidden in the walls, but there's a lot of pre-work that has to be done before we get to the other stuff first. So I know Scott's given them a date of March the 31st for an must be done completion, but he anticipates February for it to be completed at this point. I know we mailed off the first check today, so it's exciting.
Thanks,
Anything else?
Emily.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, we have some ordinances, second reading of two ordinances. First one is number 19, 2015, establishing the requirements for outdoor cafes. Motion to read the ordinance, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
And Mayor, this being a second reading and again, it being lengthy, I will read the summary. The purpose of this ordinance is to establish requirements for the proper operation of outdoor cafes in downtown Elizabethtown. The requirements to create, establish, operate, maintain, or otherwise be engaged in the business of operating an outdoor cafe on city property in the downtown include a permit process, standards and conditions, and violations and penalties. Section 1 establishes when a permit is required, who may get one, and the exceptions. Section 2 outlines the application process, the information required, and the insurance requirements. Section 3 sets the fees and terms for the permit, which are $100 per year. Section 4, details the standards and conditions that must be met under the permit, including maintaining clear areas for pedestrians, cleanliness of seating area, maximum number of seats, hours of operation, no smoking, no loudspeakers, and accessibility. And Section 5 sets the penalties and violation procedures. And the penalties for anyone or any entity who violates this ordinance shall be $200 for the first offense, $250 for the second offense, and $500 for any third or additional offenses. It also allows for the withdrawal and or denial, suspension of any temporary license that has been issued. So this was read the first time on November the 2nd, 2015.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, motion to adopt the ordinance.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, this is a roll call vote, starting with Bobby Taylor.
Yes.
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 Thank you. Okay, ordinance number 20, 2015, establishing requirements for the maintenance of private fire protection systems. Motion to read the ordinance.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Again, Mayor, this is a second reading, so I'll read this in summary. The purpose of this ordinance is to establish requirements for the proper maintenance of all private fire protection water supply systems within the corporate limits of the city of Elizabethtown. The requirements include installation of private water supply systems, includes that they shall follow guidelines found in the NFPA Standard 24 and the Elizabethtown Fire Protection Code, maintenance required, testing required, repairs required, and violations and penalties. Section 1 sets the guidelines for installation of private systems in accordance with the NFPA 24 and the Elizabethtown Fire Protection Ordinance and Easements standards. Section 2 establishes guidelines for maintenance under the NFPA 25. Section 3 relates to testing and inspections procedures. Section 4 prescribes system repair procedures. And Section 5 is the violations and penalties section. The penalty shall be $50 for the first offense, $100 for any second offense, and $250 for the third and any additional offenses. And also allows for the city to recover any reasonable cost of any abatement action. Allows for any hearing or appeal to any citation issued to the Elizabethtown Code Enforcement Board. This was read the first time on November the 2nd, 2015.
Thanks, Dee Dee. Okay, motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
A roll call vote, starting with Councilmember Cindy Walker.
Yes.
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 Thank you. Okay, we have the first reading of ordinance number 21, 2015, repealing the previous ordinances relating to alcoholic beverage control, creating regulations for the sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages. Motion to read the ordinance, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
And Mayor, this ordinance is rather lengthy, because again, it's basically restating what we already have with some changes with, if you remember what Mary told us last time about the changes with some of the licensing, some of the changes in the fee scheduling, and there is a rather significant change that's occurred with regard to service and training. We've received recently an administrative decision from the State Office of Alcohol Beverage Control, which indicates that cities cities don't have the authority to require STAR training for any packaged liquor sales store, those who carry those sorts of licenses. So this ordinance does not require any training for those entities or persons who hold packaged liquor licenses. There are still requirements for training. We're not requiring the STAR, but but training that has criteria that's similar to the STAR training. Most importantly, training in how to avoid selling to minors and to being able to be aware of those who have already who are already in a state of inebriation or who might be going there. So being aware, very aware of those. So those businesses that engage in the providing of alcoholic beverages by the glass, those service industries, those persons who are allowed to serve, who are of the appropriate age, will have to have STAR training or something similar to that. Okay, so, all right. Now, this in summary is the purpose of this ordinance is to repeal ordinances 17, 2001, 12, 2002, and 22, 2011, and their amendments. This ordinance also establishes uniform regulations and requirements for the licensing and regulation of alcohol beverage manufacture and sale pursuant to authorization of KRS 241 through 244. This ordinance includes definitions, adoption of state law, and creation of the Office of the City Alcoholic Beverage Control Administrator. This ordinance also includes licensing and application requirements, licensing fees, and regulatory license fees. This ordinance sets the hours for sale and delivery for Monday through Saturday between the hours of 6 a.m. and midnight, and for Sunday between the hours of 1 p.m. and midnight. No deliveries shall occur on Sunday. This ordinance establishes other conditions, prohibition, and restrictions on licensed premises, including, but not limited to, no gambling or game of chance devices, no adult entertainment activities, review of books and records, mandatory responsible alcoholic beverage service training, and malt beverage keg registration. This ordinance is enforced by the Elizabethtown Police Officers and the City ABC Administrator or the officers of that department. Under license fees, we have the distilled spirits licenses as set forth in KRS 243.030. A distiller's license is $500 per year. The rectifier's license is $3,000. These are all annual fees. Wholesaler's distilled spirits and wine license is $3,000. The quota retail package license is $1,000. The quota retail drink license is $1,000. The special temporary per event license is $50. The non-quota type 1 retail drink license, which includes distilled spirits, wine, and malt beverages, is $2,000 per year. The non-quota type 2 retail drink license, which includes distilled spirits, wines, and malt beverages, is $1,000. The non-quota type 3 retail drink license, which includes distilled spirits, wine, and malt beverages, is $300. The distilled spirits and wine special temporary auction license per event is $50. The special Sunday retail drink license is $0. The extended hours supplements license is $2,000. Caterer's license is $0. Bottling house or bottling house storage license is $1,000. The malt beverage licenses are as follows. The brewer's license is $500. Microbrewery is $500. Malt beverage distributor's license is $400. Non-quota retail malt beverage package license is $200. The non-quota type 4 malt beverage drink license is $200. The malt beverage brew on premises license is $100. The limited restaurant license, which includes distilled spirits, wine, and malt beverages, is $1,200. The limited golf course license is $1,200. The fee for each of the first 5 supplemental bar licenses shall be the same as the fee for the primary drink license. There shall be no charge for each supplemental license issued in excess of 5 to the same licensee at the same premises. Let's see. The City ABC Administrator shall transmit fees upon collection to the City Finance Department to be deposited into the appropriate designated account. City licenses shall be issued by the City ABC Administrator upon receipt of notice from the ABC Board Administrator of the finality of appeal or protest permitted upon such license pursuant to the provisions of KRS 243.360, and the fact that the ABC Board Administrator has also approved the applicant's state license. For lost or destroyed licenses, when a license has been lost or destroyed without fault on the part of the licensee or its agent or employees, a duplicate in lieu of the original license shall be issued by the City ABC Administrator, and the City ABC Administrator shall be satisfied as to the reason, provided, however, that the person applying for the duplicate license shall pay a fee of $10. No license issued under this ordinance shall be transferred or assigned either as to the licensee or location except with prior approval of the City ABC Administrator, and not until a payment of $100 shall be made to the City of Elizabethtown. Under the regulatory license fee, a regulatory license fee is imposed on the gross receipts of the sale of alcoholic beverages of each license issued by the City ABC Administrator. Said license fee shall be set by the City Council in the annual budget for each fiscal year, and such percentage rate shall be established to generate revenue that does not exceed the total of the reasonable expenses actually incurred by the city in the previous fiscal year for the additional cost as demonstrated by reasonable evidence of policing, regulation, and administration, as the result of the sale of alcoholic beverages within the city. Such fee shall be in addition to any other tax, fee, or license permitted by law, but a credit against such fee shall be allowed in the amount equal to the license or fee imposed, and such regulatory fee shall be applied annually from July 1st to June 30th. For quota retail drink license, the quota retail package license, and limited golf course license, payment of such regulatory fees shall be remitted to the city ABC administrator and shall accompany the tax returns approved for such use by the city. These returns and payments are due monthly by the 20th day of the following month, at which time 1/12 of the annual fee shall be deducted as a credit. For other licenses, payment of such regulatory fees shall be remitted to the city ABC administrator and shall accompany the tax returns approved for such use by the city. These returns and payments are due no later than by the end of the month immediately following each calendar quarter, at which time 1/4 of the annual fee shall be deducted as a credit. Failure to pay such quarterly remittance within 10 days of the due date constitutes a violation and subjects the licensee to suspension or revocation. Penalty for failure to file a return and pay monthly remittance by the due date is 5% of the tax for each 30 days or fraction thereof. The total late filing penalty shall not exceed 25% of the tax provided. However, in no case shall the penalty be less than $10. Penalty for failure to file a return and pay quarterly remittance of the due date is 5% of the tax for each 90 days or fraction thereof. The total late filing penalty shall not exceed 25% of the tax provided. However, in no case shall the penalty be less than $10. Interest at the rate of 8% per annum will apply to any late payments. Under penalties, the following penalties shall be in addition to any criminal prosecution instituted in the Hardin District Court against an alleged violator. The city ABC administrator may assess a fine of not more than $1,000 per violation. This payment of said fine shall be transmitted to the city finance department to be deposited in the appropriate designated account. Any person, firm, or corporation who violates any of the provisions of this ordinance for which no other penalty is hereby provided shall, for the first offense, be fined not less than $100, nor more than $200, or imprisoned in the county jail for not more than 6 months, or both. And for the second and each subsequent violations, he or she shall be fined not less than $200, nor more than $1,000, or imprisoned in the county jail for not more than 6 months, or both. The penalties provided in this subsection shall be in addition to the revocation or suspension of the offender's license. If the offender is a corporation, joint stock company, association, or fiduciary, the principal officer or officers responsible for the violation may be imprisoned. A complete copy of this ordinance may be viewed on the city's website at Elizabethtown, Kentucky, elizabethtownky.org, or by contacting the city clerk's office.
Wow, you
That's
through?
abbreviated version.
Yeah.
That isn't, and that's the abbreviated version. That's right.
Can we ask a few questions about now if we want to? On page 13,
Oh, goodness.
just wonder how come it doesn't mention anything, or maybe, or maybe it doesn't have to, but are weapons allowed in bars?
That would fall under, our carrying and concealed deadly weapons and, and regular, carrying, statutes. I don't think there's anything that.
And that wouldn't be up to
Yeah.
us, I don't think.
No, that's by state law.
I mean, there's a lot of things that they can't do in here, but I was just surprised that it didn't say that they didn't have a sign that was posted that said no weapons or guns allowed.
I think as long as the person complies with state law, they are allowed to do so. And I don't believe a business can,
And state law is,
it's either, open carry or,
does not allow.
Says they can't
they can't.
carry, they should not have a weapon then in a bar if they're drinking.
Okay. No,
And the other
we'll need
question,
to add that. That's correct. Because I was,
and the other question I had was on there's a license there that you can get for requesting extended hours. I
Yes.
just wondered what the extended hours were, to what time.
Mary, do you know? Okay, which is, and tell them what that is. What's that?
So a bar just couldn't apply and say, we'd like to stay open till 1 o'clock instead of midnight.
So that For the extended license, you have to have an NQ1 license in order to even have that request.
Mayor, I have one question under enforcement. It says city police and the ABC administrator or the officers of that department are authorized to enforce this ordinance. Should we not include in there, and I assume that the state ABC has an open door to come in and enforce the ordinance. I don't know how often they do, but should that be included or is that understood? I mean, I hope we get help from them.
Now, often, of course, they're parallel, because, they may be violating a state statute as well as a
Okay.
local ordinance,
Okay.
but they're going in on their.
I got you. Okay. Okay.
Did you have any questions?
No, the only thing that I just thought was an interesting part was that our city ABC administrator shall have the authority to require such person to appear in person at the Elizabethtown Police Department for the purpose of having his or her fingerprints taken. It's impossible to keep up with any employee that all of a sudden has a criminal record. And that's what that's referring to, is that you would have the authority to have those people report to the police station to have their fingerprints taken. So it does say shall, it does not say must.
Mhm.
But I just wondered if there was a reason why that was in there, just to give the city administrator
Yes,
the right to do that or to have that done, because, if you've got somebody that's working at one of the convenience type stores that sells alcohol and they've got a criminal record,
Mhm.
then I guess we should ask them to go to the police department and get their fingerprints taken. That's what this says.
We certainly could, and a lot of this language we use,
That was in the old,
that was in the old
that was
one,
in the
yeah.
old ordinance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and, a lot of
Doesn't say
jurisdictions
must,
use
though,
the
it just says
no.
similar language. Mhm. Yes, she certainly can.
It'll take a lot of manpower for us to go from convenience store to convenience store to keep up with employees coming and going and check their records.
That's right.
Well, I think it will be in the restaurants as well, because
Yeah.
there's
Right.
such a turnover
Well, they're the
in wait
only one.
service in a restaurant. Take a lot of
Okay,
time.
any other?
Just one question, Mayor, and it doesn't say in here, but I guess it's implied that the regulatory fees and the license money that we collect does not go into the general fund. It goes into public safety. Yeah. Is that
That's per
implied?
statute.
Yeah,
That's
that
by
doesn't
statute.
have
That's
anything to
statute.
do.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Last
have no
call.
question.
Last call.
Last
Yeah,
call for
that's it.
questions. Okay. Okay, municipal order number 63, 2015, authorizing the purchase of a 2016 Chevrolet 3500 HD truck from Bob Hook Chevrolet in the amount of $40,167, which is the state bid price. Motion to read the order.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
A regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below. Motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown authorizes the purchase of a 2016 Chevrolet 3500 HD truck from Bob Hook Chevrolet in the amount of $40,167, which is the state bid price. This vehicle is for the Stormwater Management Department. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and/or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this the 16th day of November, 2015.
Motion to adopt the order.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Municipal Order 64, 2015, authorizing the purchase of a 2016 Dodge Ram 1500 tradesman crew cab truck from Glenn's Freedom Dodge Chrysler in the amount of $26,130.80, which is the state bid price. Motion to read the order.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the city of Elizabethtown authorizes the purchase of a 2016 Dodge Ram 1500 crew cab truck from Glenn's Freedom Dodge Chrysler in the amount of $26,130.80, which is the state bid price. This vehicle is for the natural gas department. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designated be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved. This is 16th day of November, 2015.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Motion to adopt the order.
So moved.
All those in favor? Thank you. Okay, municipal order number 65, 2015, approving the agreement with the Hardin County Water District Number 2 for billing services. Motion to read the ordinance.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown approves an agreement with Hardin County Water District 2 for billing services. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved. This is 16th day of November, 2015.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Motion to adopt the order.
Motion.
Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you. Okay, Mr. Reynolds, you want to read the press release about New Glendale Road?
Yes, ma'am. Next Monday, the 23rd of November, we're closing New Glendale Road between Dixie and Hawkins Drive for water main installation from about 7:30 to 5. Still drives the alternate route for everybody. Detour signs will be up. So just thought we'd let you all know.
So just that little part right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Railroad track to,
Yes, between the
Okay.
railroad tracks and Hawkins Drive.
all right. Thank you very,
You're
very
welcome.
much. Okay, anyone on the council have any? Hey, I would like a motion to close the meeting pursuant to KRS 61.810 to A, conduct deliberation on future acquisition or sale of real property by the city. Motion?
Second.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you.
I was gonna vote aye.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Put that.
I was kidding. Yeah, I know. We have to. We have to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.